Alright, yo, what is up, guys? This is your boy Sage Samurai here, and this is what if Naruto left the village instead of Sasuke. Now, I know that I may this is gonna be a little bit of a what if experiment, if you guys may considering the fact that pretty much what I'm planning to do is if a series get up to a certain amount of views, I'll go ahead and continue it. Considering the fact this is gonna be different compared to other my other what ifs. Because in the fact, when it comes to doing series like these, I plan to make it to where if it gets enough views, I'll go ahead and continue it like a movie. But I guess you could say this is gonna be like a summary of it, like a short summary about the beginning. And if you guys like it enough, I'll go ahead and make the movie of it. So yeah, consider that, okay? So I guess you could say it's a preview. I don't know really how to pronounce it, but yeah, this is gonna be like a new way I do my what if movies or something like that. But either way, besides all of me talking, I hope you all do enjoy. I really hope I don't screw this up. I really hope I don't. But either way, it is your boy Sage Samurai, and let's get started. Also, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Thank you!
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Alright, guys, so let's get started with this what if. So we now start off this what if with all the events in canon, pretty much going similar to canon, really. So pretty much just like in canon, Sasuke and Naruto and Sakura got put on the same team. Pretty much all of it is the same all the way until they fight at the rooftop. Now, the fight would go pretty much the same thing all the way until Kakashi goes ahead and jumps in and stops the fight, as this is where I feel like the what if would go ahead and take place. Now, Naruto was now down on one knee, as he actually couldn't believe the fact that he was actually about to hit his teammates with the Rasengan, and that Sakura could have been caught in the blast. As Naruto couldn't believe it. Now, Kakashi, he was just looking at Naruto surprised that he even knew the Rasengan. However, right now, Kakashi can't help but be upset. And the reason for that? Well, by a misunderstanding. Now, of course, Kakashi went ahead and he was seeing the whole thing except for one thing. Now, Kakashi, when he saw Naruto and Sasuke arrive at the rooftop, he had the misimpression that Naruto was the one who challenged Sasuke to a fight, even though Sasuke was hospitalized. Now, of course, seeing that going on, all he did was notice Naruto after summoning a couple of Shadow Clones and Sasuke still maneuvering after him. He would see Naruto actually perform the Rasengan, as he actually didn't get the chance to see Sasuke already performing the Chidori first. So, of course, Kakashi would jump in, stop the clash, but right now, he was a bit ashamed of Naruto. Now, with that, Naruto would go ahead and get up, as this is when Kakashi would go ahead, and instead, like in canon, reprehend Sasuke for using the Chidori, he would turn to Naruto. Naruto, how could you use that jutsu against your own teammate, he would say. At this, Naruto looks on in shock. But Kakashi didn't give him a chance to explain himself. No, Naruto, that was the forged jutsu. Were you planning on killing Sasuke? At this, Sasuke was surprised that Naruto used the forged jutsu, while Sakura was also surprised as she didn't know that was the fourth Hokage's jutsu, and even more shocked that Naruto even knew it. And due to the fact that right now Sakura's brain is getting overloaded with information, as right now she's just trying to process what just had occurred. Now with that, Naruto just goes ahead and looks down. I know, but Kakashi was about to, but Kakashi once again didn't give him a chance. Naruto, I'm deeply ashamed. You know what? You shouldn't even be taught that jutsu, Naruto. You're not able to handle it. At this, Naruto was surprised. I'm not able to handle this jutsu, he would say. As Naruto had remembered, Jiraiya even told him that this jutsu took multiple amount of time for Jiraiya and even the fourth Hokage himself to learn. But Naruto learned it in a week? And you're telling me that he's irresponsible and that he shouldn't learn it? As Kakashi just sighed. Naruto, I can't help but say I'm ashamed of you. I didn't taught you that. Now, at this, Naruto would get into a fit of anger. As a little bit of the Nine-Tails chakra began to pull in, as deep inside the mindscape, we see the Nine-Tails smiling. Perfect, he would say. As Naruto gets angry, shut it, Hatake, he would say, in such a tone that actually surprised Kakashi, making him backpedal a little bit. As Sasuke, he had already jumped off, as already seen Naruto get put down and everything, plus knowing that Naruto went ahead and got the forged jutsu, made Sasuke so upset that he ran off, but none of them noticed. At this, Naruto was looking down. Oh, well. Look at you, acting as if you're so good of a sensei. What have you taught me, really, huh? Tell me, Hatake, what have you taught me? Because let me tell you right now, you have never been a sensei to me, he would say. Kakashi was surprised. How dare you? I taught you. At this, Naruto goes ahead and cuts him off. Taught me what? Tree walking? Friendship? Please, Hatake, you didn't taught me shit. After that tree walking exercise, which you only taught me after we were in a life and death situation. You're so pathetic. You go ahead and start ridiculing me for learning said jutsu, but I had to work hard. It took me a week to learn it. Kakashi, of course, didn't believe that, as that was the forced jutsu. And, like, hello, it took Jiraiya and Minato so long just to learn it. So for Naruto to learn in a week, it's unbelievable. Naruto, stop making up lies, okay? Just Naruto couldn't believe the audacity on this man. Why you? As Naruto was getting angry. But this is when Kakashi had enough. He says, Naruto, that's enough. If you continue acting like this, I might have to put you on probation. Naruto was surprised. Put me on probation? Yes, Naruto. If you continue acting like this, I may have to report you. Naruto was surprised. After everything he did, after everything, Kakashi over here ridiculed him, even though Sasuke was the one who started the fight. Sasuke was the one who actually used the Chidori on him, which he knew that could actually hurt and kill him. But no, Kakashi went ahead and blamed him. Him. He hated it. As Naruto gets angry. At this, Naruto goes ahead and jumps off the roof, leaving Kakashi there with a sigh. How could you teach Naruto such a jutsu, he would say. As suddenly coming from the shadow from behind was Jiraiya. And how dare you go ahead and start ridiculing my student, Hatake. At this, Kakashi gets upset. Your student? If I wouldn't know better, he was mine. At this, Jiraiya just scoffs. Your student? Hatake, you only taught him the tree walking exercise. Don't flatter yourself. At this, Kakashi goes ahead and sighs. Trust me, I know my student. He's not responsible enough to wield such a jutsu such as the Rasengan. You saw what he was about to do to Sasuke. But this is when Kakashi would then be grabbed by the neck by Jiraiya. Run that by me one more time, Hatake. I'm tired of your foolishness. You act as if you're so-called genius, a so-called prodigy. You can't see something very simple when it's right in front of you. Naruto was trying to defend himself. Sasuke was the one who initiated the attack, but you automatically blame Naruto for it. At this, Kakashi goes ahead and turns. Sakura, that's not true, right? He would say, as he thought for sure he saw Naruto activate the jutsu. However, Sakura finally snapped out of her shock, as she was surprised seeing her sensei and everything, but she just slowly nodded, too scared to, she was too scared to go ahead and answer right now. As she would just go ahead and speak. Well, Sasuke started the fight, and Naruto tried to stop him, but Sasuke didn't want to let it go, she would say as she looks down. At this, Kakashi was surprised. I thought Naruto started the fight, he would say. At this, Jiraiya goes ahead and scoffs. Guess what, dipshit? Naruto didn't do shit. But no, you obviously thought he was the one who did it. But you know what? That's so funny, considering the fact that so many people call you, Hatake Kakashi. No, Sharingan no Kakashi. The wielder of the Sharingan and the so-called prodigy. Yeah, you're so stupid that you can't even see who even started a fight between your two students. At this, Kakashi goes ahead and looks down, as he goes ahead and actually thinks, like, am I really like this? While Jiraiya goes ahead and drops Kakashi. You're so pathetic. What happened to that brain of yours? What happened to that brain that made you so-called a prodigy? If you can't even see that one of your students has this dumb superiority complex, none of this would have happened. But no, Hatake, you couldn't see that, because all you saw was Naruto and blamed him. Now at this, Jiraiya will go ahead and walk off, as he then says, I recommend you go deal with the Uchiha, because I swear, that kid's superiority complex, plus that darkness in his eyes that I saw, it reminds me of a fellow snake I had. At this, Kakashi's eyes will widen. No way, Sasuke is not like Orochimaru. But Jiraiya didn't listen to him. Just do what you're told, alright? At this, Jiraiya will go ahead and hop off, looking for Naruto, while Kakashi goes ahead and looks down. I made such a big mistake. I better go apologize to Naruto after I'm done with Sasuke, he would say. As he goes ahead and gets up, of course, just like in canon, Sakura would ask Kakashi if everything was going to be okay, which Kakashi would go ahead and reply lazily saying, yeah, they just need a little bit of time to cool off. Now, back with Naruto. Naruto was just walking down the village with his eyes, upset, glaring at the ground. How dare that Hatake? As Naruto was actually surprised that he called Kakashi by Hatake instead of Kakashi-sensei like he usually does. But right now, Naruto was so pissed off. How dare that man go ahead and start making him feel bad about himself when Sasuke was the one who initiated it all. But then again, I guess that's just the treatment that so-called Uchihas get. As Naruto continued walking down, he would go ahead and pass by Jiraiya, who was now looking at him. As Naruto then turns to Jiraiya, "What are you gonna do, blame me?" At this, Jiraiya goes ahead and shakes his head. "Nah, kid. I already know it was the Uchiha. Don't worry," he would say. At this, Naruto would nod. However, right now, he would go ahead and actually rush off to get Ichiraku ramen. But Naruto would begin to realize something. But then again, there's also that. As he remembers that during that whole fight, Sasuke was sweeping Naruto. Like, this man, Naruto, wasn't even a challenge for Sasuke. Sasuke was beating him, all his clones, as if they were nothing. He even outpowered the Uzumaki Barrage. And even with the Rasengan, that Chidori looked dangerous. It made Naruto feel rage. What have I been doing all this time? As Naruto couldn't believe it. He thought for sure that now, Naruto to him, he thought for sure he would have lost to Sasuke. Even though it was the other way around. As Naruto was getting angry, he would go ahead and rush off. Actually now deciding to skip Ichiraku ramen as he rushes home. As he didn't want to be here anymore. Now, back with Sasuke, just like in canon, Sasuke would try to walk home. But he would then be encountered by the Sound 4. And pretty much the whole event like canon would occur where Sasuke going up against the Sound 4, losing very badly. And pretty much like they would begin to try to bargain with Sasuke, you know, saying like, Orochimaru will give you power. But just like that, the events, like the what if events, will go ahead and occur here. Now Kakashi was just walking down the village, you know, with the orange book in his hand, just right now, like trying to contemplate like how should he apologize to Naruto. And Sasuke, like he did give Sasuke the pep talk earlier, but right now he was trying to find out like how should he apologize to him. Maybe give him a new jutsu. Nah, he'll probably be happy with just a bowl of ramen. Yeah, that probably would work, he would say. However, this one something he would then sense, you know, distinctive chakra signatures. As this is one something he will be surprised. What? As also Jiraiya, who was actually near a bathhouse, really checking out some woman, doing some research. He will actually sense the chakra as well. As suddenly him and Kakashi would go ahead and dash off, both of them going to where they felt the chakra. At this, Sasuke was now looking down as he was now contemplating like, should he join them? I mean, he always wanted power and how strong these guys are, and these guys seem to be around the same age as him. Then that means that if he goes ahead and joins Orochimaru, he would get such power. As he begins to contemplate this, the other members are just like, fuck it, as they were planning to like kidnap Sasuke for real. But this is when suddenly 2 Jonins would then fall to the ground. Well, look what we have here, said Jiraiya as he goes ahead and looks at one of them. At this, Kakashi would nod as Sasuke looks at both of them. Kakashi, he would say, as he was surprised to see Kakashi here. At this, Kakashi would nod as he then turns to the rest of them. Well, since you guys have trespassed into this village and gave my student quite a workout here, I guess it's only proper that I go ahead and repay you for your service. And this, the Sound Forward then realized that how fucked they really are, and there's no way they could be a freaking Sanin, and especially, like, they can't be a freaking Jonin, and especially a Sanin. As they're like, damn it, he's on par with Orochimaru, we can't beat him. And they all try to flee from sight, but Kakashi and Jiraiya, like, bro, they're not escaping them too. As Kakashi and Jiraiya will actually beat down on the Sound 4, they'll try to activate their curse marks, of course, trying to like, you know, get the upper hand, or at least get them to enough pain to where they can actually leave, but it failed miserably. As due to these chakra signatures, other Jonins that were around the area, as well as Chunins, would also arrive there, as they would actually go ahead and assist them, even though they don't really need help. As by the time that Jiraiya and Kakashi had knocked them out, they would have actually all been taken away to be interrogated. Phew, you're lucky, brat, he would say, as he goes ahead and turns to to Sasuke. You're lucky that we were here on time. If you weren't, who knows what would have had occurred. At this, you know, Sasuke would nod as he actually realized, like, even though they were strong, it didn't mean that they were as strong enough to take on people like Kakashi. Now, at this point, Sasuke remembers Kakashi's words, as he would then resolve himself to, you know, to be there, like, to stand down for now. As right now, this is where, of course, some Jonins and some Shinobi have to be there, as they ask Sasuke to actually come in so that we can give a report about what had occurred, which Sasuke would nod to. I mean, it's not like he had a choice to agree to or not. However, the events of the What If, or the events in canon, would change as the Sound Four was not the only group that come to the Hidden Leaf Village. As you now see Naruto laying down in his apartment, as he's just contemplating like, what the fuck am I even doing here? As Naruto was not gonna lie, he was truly contemplating like, what the heck is the point? As Naruto begins to remember memories, pretty much all the memories he's been through. Each and every time, he trying to gain acceptance, and he thought like there was actually people out there that cared about him. He thought Kakashi was one of them. But instead, Kakashi blamed him. And Naruto was pretty sure he knew why. Kakashi was just like the rest. He saw Naruto as nothing more but the demon fox. As Naruto was now getting angry. Why? Why did he act all nice to me? Was that just to lower my guard? As Naruto, even though Kakashi didn't really train him that much, Naruto still cared for Kakashi. I mean, hey, he was one of the only few people that even talked to the boy, or at least let alone be nice to him. But today, he truly saw what Kakashi was really like. And that caused Naruto to get pissed. He's just like the rest. As Naruto didn't know why, but it hurt more to know that the people that you trusted betrayed it. As Naruto was clenching his fist, he would then suddenly go ahead and then be dragged to his mindscape. As soon as Naruto arrived there, he would see the familiar golden cage, as well as the two red eyes looking down at him. What do you want, Fox? Naruto says. As Naruto was right now in a very bad mood. He had no time for this Fox right now. At this, Kuruma just laughed. Huh. Well, look at you growing. It looks like you're growing a pair, he would say as he looks down at Naruto. At this, Naruto just shrugs. Doesn't matter. What do you want? And this Kuruma just chuckles. Kid, don't you understand it? These people will never accept you. I mean, look at that so-called Jonin sensei of yours. Tell me, has he truly taught you? At this, Naruto looks down. You already know that, don't you? I'm pretty sure you're able to see everything that I have been through. At this, Kuruma just shrugs. It's true, but come on, kid. He has never even taught you anything. I don't understand why you care about this village. I mean, let's be honest here. Tell me, what has this village done for you? At this, Naruto goes ahead and calms down. And he says, this village has done a lot for me. It's given me ramen. It's given me a home. It's given me friends. However, right before Naruto could continue, Kuruma just laughs. Ha! Friends? Kid, really, do friends insult each other every given moment? Do friends go ahead and call each other dead last, dope, annoying? Huh? Do friends call each other that? This Naruto looks down. No, but Kuruma didn't give him a chance. Kid, let's be honest here. These guys aren't your friends. I mean, seriously, have you seen what they've done to you? Do friends do this? As Kuruma begins to show Naruto memories when he was called dead last, dope, a failure, a wannabe Hokage, nothing more, a monster, a demon. Naruto begins to remember memories, as well as memories that when he was shunned, as well as where were his friends when he was being shunned, huh? I mean, come on now. They weren't there when he was being shunned. They didn't care if Naruto was getting whispered. As Naruto continues getting angry. They said, no, stop. But Kuruma didn't let on. And plus, what are you going to say about the so-called people that you so-called think care about you? First of all, let's go to that pink-haired girl of yours. At this, Naruto looks up. Sakura-chan? But Kuruma just gags. Ugh, don't call her an affectionate name. It's even worse. She's probably even worse than me. At this, Naruto looks at him. What are you talking about? Sakura is amazing. But Kuruma goes ahead and sighs. Really? This is what you call amazing? At this, Kuruma begins to show Naruto memories of when Sakura goes ahead and puts him down every single second. Every time. As well as that time when Sakura goes ahead and calls Naruto annoying. And that he would never understand her. He remembered that moment when he transformed into Sasuke, trying to impress Sakura, as he remembered that every single word that Sakura said. As Naruto gets angry, stop it, that's enough. She at least acknowledges my existence. At this, Kuruma goes ahead and looks at him. Just for acknowledgement, you will care about her? Okay, and what if that acknowledgement is the same thing as how the villagers see you as? At this, Naruto backpedal. What do you mean? At this, Kuruma chuckles. Have you noticed, brat? These guys, they don't care about you. They don't, and they never will. First was that Uchiha, that so-called friend of yours, rival. He doesn't give a damn about you. In fact, I'm pretty sure after that fight, you saw he was planning to kill you. He's just like the others, and you know it. Naruto begins to gulp. No, you're lying. But no matter how many times Naruto tries to say it, it can't deny the truth. After that fight, Naruto saw Sasuke. That jutsu could have killed him. And also there was Kakashi, the man who went ahead and pretty much berated Naruto for using just a jutsu. As Naruto begins to fall down, no, I can't give up, not like this. As Naruto begins to try to remember some good memories, but Kuruma begins to show Naruto even more. Hiruzen lied to him. He knows that Hiruzen knew about his parents, but Hiruzen lied to him, as he could tell it in the man's eyes. Then there was Iruka. Although Iruka was nice to him, he also was just like the rest. As he remembered when Iruka each time would call upon him, getting him in trouble. I mean, there was other kids doing the same thing as Naruto, but no, Naruto was the center of attention. Iruka used to pick on him. There was Mizuki. There was so many. As Naruto begins to look down, no, it can't be. As Naruto's heart felt like it was breaking at this point. As Kuruma goes ahead, and I was actually feeling bad, as he didn't know why. I mean, he was a Kyuubi, come on now, he can't be feeling bad, right? But then again, even if he was known as a demon, didn't mean that he had the heart of one. Stop soaking around, kid, alright? At this, Naruto goes ahead and looks up. And why do you care, Fox? Huh? After all, you're the reason why all this is happening to me, right? He would say as he laughs. After all, I'm pretty sure you're enjoying this, aren't you? You enjoy seeing me suffer. He would say as he begins to laugh even more. But this is when Kuruma goes ahead and slams his fist into the bars. You think I want to see this? Trust me, I wouldn't even be inside you. I wouldn't even choose you as my container. As Naruto and Kuruma would glare at each other. Until suddenly Naruto would then burst out laughing. Man. I can't believe it. I can't even believe myself sometimes, Naruto would say. At this, Kuruma was surprised by him laughing as he then gets angry. And what are you laughing about, brat? At this, Naruto goes ahead and laughs. I'm sorry. It's just, I can't even believe myself sometimes. Here I am, having a pretty much glaring contest and having a casual conversation with one of the most deadliest creatures alive. Sometimes I can't even believe myself. This Kuruma goes ahead and hums, like he goes ahead and goes, well, I mean, it's only expected, but don't go ahead and start acting cocky, brat. Although I do have to admit, you should feel praise. After all, you're talking back to me, the mightiest and strongest of the tailed beasts. I am the nine-tailed fox, he would say. At this, Naruto goes ahead and gives him a deadpan stare. Wow, and I thought I was arrogant about myself. At this, Kuruma gets the tick mark, don't push it, brat. As both of them wouldn't stare at each other, Kuruma can't help but actually crack a grin. He's wondering, what is this feeling? As for some reason, the way that Naruto and Kuruma are just talking, it makes Naruto actually feel a little bit happy. It was funny. The very same thing that went ahead and cursed me from the bane of existence is somehow, some way, is the same thing that's making me get cheered up. Is that weird? At this, Kuruma goes ahead and just chuckles. I don't even know why you're laughing, brats. I don't even know why I am laughing. As both of them, after a while of, chuckling and just, enjoying each other's company for some unknown reason, Naruto goes ahead and sighs. I think the reason why this is happening is because no matter how much I try to blame you, I just really can't. And this Kuruma just looks at Naruto. As he was confused at this. Naruto would go ahead and lay down on this, his mindscape. Well, you see, the truth is, I can't truly blame you. After all, it's not like you, it's like how you said, you were never choose to be sealed inside me. Someone else decided that. As Naruto's eyes would darken, and that someone cursed me to life. He made me this village's bitch. They went ahead, they made fun of me, they mocked me, they talk bad about me. They don't even acknowledge my existence. As Kuruma goes ahead and looks at the kid, he then says, "You're a very odd kid, you know that, right?" At this, Naruto then turns to him, "And you're the mightiest of all the tailed beasts and the scariest thing of this entire village." At this, Kuruma goes ahead and chuckles. As this is when Naruto goes ahead and sighs. Well, it's not like hating you is going to do anything about it. As he goes ahead and stretches his self out, he goes ahead and actually turns to him and actually asks Kuruma a very unexpected question. "So, what's your name?" At this, Kuruma was surprised. Brat, you do ask what you're asking, right? At this, Naruto would nod, yeah. As he goes ahead and says, I'm not gonna tell you. At this, Naruto decides, like, come on, we were having fun. At this, Kuruma goes ahead and looks at him. We're not having fun. I still hate you. As Naruto just shrugs, well, I'm tired of hating you. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not angry. I still have a lot of rage I want to left out, but thanks to you, I let out a little bit of it. Well, either way, for the meantime, I guess for now, it's better until Kuruma cuts him off. Kid, get out of the mindscape now. There's someone here. At this, Naruto's eyes will widen as he will then pull out the mindscape, as he will then sense like two very powerful chakra signatures outside of his house. What the? At this, Naruto goes ahead and pulls out a kunai, as he goes ahead and actually was about to open the door, but this is when Kuruma goes ahead and stops. Kid, are you stupid? There's two powerful chakra signatures outside, and you're thinking, hey, why don't I go ahead and open the door? What do you plan to do, let them in? At this, Naruto would go ahead and sweat drop. He's like, how are you even talking to me? But Kuruma goes ahead and sighs. Now's not the moment. Either way, look, kid. I know these guys. Those are the same guys you saw back at the hotel, he would say. As Naruto's eyes will widen. This was the Akatsuki. Yes. The Akatsuki had arrived to the Hidden Leaf Village, and they were now finally after the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki. As Naruto was actually surprised at this, he would go ahead and gulp. Well, what am I supposed to do? He would say. As Kuruma grumbles. Although Kuruma, would be originally okay with just letting Naruto die right now, he could tell that the Akatsuki, well, it seems whatever they were using the other tail beast for, it was something that Kuruma may not come back from. It was a weird feeling, and usually Kuruma was one to ignore it, but for some reason this felt like it was too real. Alright, kid, look, I need you to remain calm. Alright, try to find the best escape route. At this, Naruto would nod as he then looks out behind his house, as there was actually a window there. As he goes ahead and actually rushes to the window, putting it up a little bit as he jumps out of there. Alright, I think I escaped, Naruto said, mentally of course. As Kuruma goes ahead and says, kid, you're an idiot. At this, Naruto was wondering what he meant until suddenly he would then go ahead and then sense two figures jump on the top of his house. Well, looks like we meet again, brat, he would say. At this, Naruto would then turn around, as he would then be face to face with Kisame of the Akatsuki as well as Itachi, as both individuals had came here due to Pain's request about both of them getting the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. But for what reason? Well, flashback. Before the Akatsuki were right now on their move, Pain actually called upon a meeting as he actually went ahead and talked to both Kisame and Itachi, not face to face of course. And he then speaks up. Itachi, Kisame, I need you to grant me this request. And this both members would nod as he would go ahead and speak. Gain the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, but we're not planning to extract him. Not now, he would say. At this, both of them were confused and they're like, why? As Pain will go ahead and announce his plan. They plan to use the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki to first attract in all the tail beasts. But when they're done, they'll go ahead and feed the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki to the ghetto statue. And when they're done with all of that, their plan will finally come into fruition. As this, of course, hearing this, Itachi and Kisame would instantly nod at this, as they were not going to go ahead and fail their master's requests. So, of course, they'll do just that, as that's how Itachi and Kisame made their way to the Hidden Leaf Village, and this is how Naruto was then put into this position. As this is when Itachi would then speak up. Very good to see you again, Naruto, but under our commands, we would like to ask you to come with us, quietly. At this, Naruto right now is pissed off, as Kuruma was screaming in Naruto's mind like, kid, get out of there, but right now, Naruto is in a very bad mood. Oh yeah, well let me tell you right now, I'm in a very bad mood right now. So unless you want to go ahead and get beat into a bloody pulp, I recommend you leave me alone. At this, Naruto's eyes was flashing red as unknowingly, Naruto was drawing upon Kuruma's chakra. At this, Kuruma was just yelling at the kid like, are you stupid or something? But Naruto was not listening to him, while Kisame and Itachi were surprised seeing the Nine-Tails power again, but Kisame would then remember, alright, you got a little bit of control there, brat. Well then, if you're so confident, why don't you show us? At this, Naruto would then crack a grin. I'd be more than happy to. Ugly fish cake, he would say. At this, Kisame was, getting a tick mark. He then says, "What?" But already, suddenly coming from the ground below, the 4 Naruto clones would then appear as they kick Kisame up into the air, as well as Itachi. As Naruto seen this opportunity with a smirk, "Take this." As Naruto would then poof, shocking them, considering the fact they didn't even see that. They would then see from above 2 Naruto clones were coming down, as they had this surprisingly a bluish orb in Naruto's hand. "Take this, Uzumaki style. Uzumaki Barrage, Rasengan edition," Naruto would say as he goes ahead and rushes down there with the Rasengan, preparing to slam into their faces, killing them off. As unknowingly, thanks to the Naruto's power, Naruto's Rasengan got even more powerful and bigger. Kisame and Itachi were actually surprised at seeing the Rasengan, as this is where Itachi and Kisame would go ahead and see the attack actually about to slam into their faces. However, in the next scene that we see, Naruto would go ahead and be slammed into the ground as he coughs up blood. "What?" he would say. As he goes ahead and actually lands back onto the ground, coughing up blood, he would go ahead and see that all his clones that were summoned were poofed away. As Naruto looked at them, how? This is Uzumaki Barrage was supposed to be better than the last time. As due to Naruto learning from experience with Sasuke, Naruto made it to where the Uzumaki Barrage, pretty much this version of it, at least hold down the opponent, or he came down with the Rasengan and shoved it down into the opponent's face. As this was supposed to be like the lethal version and a better version to what Sasuke had created. I mean, the one that Sasuke was able to beat the last time that they fought. As right now, Kuruma was just looking at the kid. "Kid, you damn idiot, I told you to run." As Naruto was just looking at this, now like sweating. As Kisame goes ahead and laughs. "Really? That's all you got? Wow, you really are a pathetic Jinchuriki," he would say. And Naruto was now looking at them. "Damn you!" As he goes ahead and gains more power than 9 Tails, actually about to form a 1 Tails clone, but this is when Kisame would go ahead and swipe with his Samehada, taking away some of the 9 Tails powers. "Damn you!" Naruto would say as he gets angry. At this, Kisame goes ahead and looks at Naruto, but this is when Itachi wouldn't speak up. "Naruto, do you truly want to be here?" he would say. At this, Naruto then looks at him. "Huh?" As this is when Itachi then speaks up. "Tell me, do you truly want to be in such a village? They despise you. Do you truly believe that you could become Hokage?" At this, Naruto just looks at him. "I don't believe it. I know I can," he would say. But this is where Kuruma was actually silent for this. As Kuruma was right now trying to come up with a plan right now, as even though he may dislike Naruto, there's no way in hell he was going to go ahead and let him get surrendered to the Akatsuki. As right now, Naruto was getting angry because Itachi was continuing talking. "Our master had made a request that you come with us. Because if you do, Naruto, we would allow you to gain such power." This Naruto then looks at him. "Power for what?" At this, Itachi will then give Naruto a look. The power to go ahead and finally surpass all of that, all your expectations. No more will you get hurt. No more will you get anything. All you will gain will be acceptance. If you come with us willingly, of course. As Naruto was looking at all of them. Should he go? As right now, Naruto, all he ever wanted was to become Hokage. But deep down, Naruto knew that truly what he wanted was acceptance. No, acknowledgement of his presence. That's why Naruto performed pranks. That's why Naruto would always try his best to gain people's attention. As Naruto was looking down, this is when Kuruma would then speak up. "Oi, brat," he would say, causing Naruto to gain a tick mark. "What do you want, Fox?" he would say. At this, Kuruma would then speak up. "I think you should go with them." At this, Naruto then listens. Like, "Are you stupid or something? Do you not know that these guys are planning to do bad things to us? How can we trust them?" But this is when Kuruma once again speak up. "I already know, brat." As he goes ahead and sighs. "Look, I recommend you listen to them for now. Imagine, with their help, you could become stronger. And with that, you can go ahead and find out what their true goal is. We don't really know yet, but I could already tell whatever they're planning is bad. They're planning to probably betray us," he would say. At this, Naruto gets his teeth. "And why should I listen to you, Fox?" he would say. At this, Kuruma would shrug. "I don't know, kid. Listen to yourself then." At this, Naruto goes ahead and looks down. Does he truly want to stay in this village? Does he truly want to become Hokage? Does he truly want any of this? At this, Naruto goes ahead and begins to contemplate this, As Kisame and Itachi were becoming impatient, well, mostly Kisame, he then speaks, "You know what, I had enough of this kid. Come with us or I chop off both your arms and legs." At this, Naruto goes ahead and looks at them, as he then grits his teeth. "Do you promise?" he would say. Quietly, of course, and calm. At this, Itachi would go ahead and speak up. "Of course, we will not go back on this word." At this, Naruto goes ahead and turns to them. "Fine. I'm in," he would say. At this, Itachi would go ahead and nod as Kisame goes ahead and sighs. "Dang it, I was really looking forward to ripping this little brat to shreds." As Naruto would go ahead and just glare at Kisame while Itachi just sighs. "We'll be meeting you at the gates. If you do not come, we will hunt you down." At this, Naruto just shakes his head. Yeah, I'll meet you there." As with that, Itachi and Kisame would dash off, as Naruto would go ahead and look back. "Konoha," he would say, as he goes ahead and spits that name out with venom. "This is your fault," he would say. As right now, during the time that Naruto was making the decision, he began to remember all the memories. And although Naruto had a couple of good memories, he also had plenty of bad ones. Worse than he ever had before. I mean, seriously, these people were treating him unfair, and he wasn't getting any stronger. He wasn't doing anything. He became this village's punching bag, and Naruto was sick of it. It was just like that damn fox said. It was my decision. As Naruto gets angry. Now with that, we go ahead and actually cut scenes, as this is where, when canon, Sasuke would have been the one leaving, but unlike in that, Naruto would actually pack his bags and leave. As Naruto would actually go ahead and not even leave a note, as Naruto can't handle it anymore. After today's incident, before today's incident, Naruto would be okay, but today's incident really pushed him over the edge. And after all of this, Naruto has had enough, and it was time for him to go. As with that, Naruto will go ahead and begin to walk away, and pretty much will begin to leave the village. So just like that, Naruto will go ahead, and we will see Naruto now just walking through the village. He's still in his, of course, orange jumpsuit. However, his jacket, instead of being closed, was now open, as well as Naruto's hidden leaf headband. It will be looking pretty lousily on Naruto's forehead, while Naruto's hair was a little bit down, not all the way energetic, as Naruto had a sorrow expression. There's no point of being here. At this, Naruto continues walking and walking, as all he wants is just to be accepted. That's all he wants. In fact, he thinks he wants that more than being Hokage. As while Naruto is walking, he will go ahead and actually hear a voice. "Naruto?" At this, Naruto stops walking as he then looks up, only to see none other than Sakura Haruno. We go ahead and cut to Sakura's POV. Now she was just there relaxing, as after today's incident, she was actually very worried for Sasuke, as she saw the reaction that Sasuke had when he found out that Naruto mastered the Force Jutsu, as she was actually here waiting for Sasuke, thinking that he might actually pull something. However, to her surprise, she saw her other teammate, Naruto, and she goes ahead and was actually surprised at this. So with that, we're going to go ahead and cut back to the normal POV, as you see Naruto. "What are you doing here, Haruno?" he would say, with such a cold tone, causing Sakura to actually shiver. "Haruno? Naruto usually calls me Sakura-chan." And she goes ahead and shakes her head. "Well, you know me, my parents went ahead and allowed me to stay up late tonight," she would say, as Naruto would just look at her. At this, she goes ahead and continues talking with a smile on her face, saying, "You know what's funny, Naruto? It's funny. This is the only place in the village where you could leave." At this, Naruto continues looking at her with a dead serious expression, as right now Naruto's eyes will go ahead and pretty much burying into Sakura's soul. "Go home, Haruno," he would say as he begins to walk away. As he passes by Sakura, Sakura would then shout, "You're leaving, aren't you?" At this, Naruto goes ahead and stops in his tracks. "So what if I am? What's it to you?" he would say. At this, Sakura goes ahead and looks down. "Naruto, look, if it's about Sasuke, you don't," but Naruto goes ahead and cuts her off. "Oh my god, no, it's not about Sasuke, Haruno. It never was, and it never will be." At this, Sakura gets angry. "Then why?" At this, Naruto then looks down. "You wouldn't understand, Haruno. After all, You probably never been through something like this in your life. At this, Sakura gets upset. Naruto, if this is about Sasuke, you need to understand something, Naruto. Sasuke has been through something, okay? He lost his clan. It was slaughtered by his brother. You should know. When Naruto gets angry, shut the fuck up already! He would say as he gets in a very rage mode. Naruto is now staring at Sakura. Shut up. Always Sasuke. Sasuke this, Sasuke that. When is it ever about me? Oh yeah, Sasuke's clan was slaughtered, but was Sasuke ever gone ahead? Let me go ahead and put you in this perspective, Sakura. Let me go ahead and put you in the perspective of Naruto fucking Uzumaki. He would say. As Sakura was now getting teary eyes, Naruto's eyes were red with a slit, unknowingly using the influence of the Nine Tails power. Was Sasuke ever ridiculed for his dream, huh? Was Sasuke ever called every single curse word in the fucking book? Was Sasuke always made fun of for something, even though he tried his hardest? No, the answer is no, Sakura. While Sasuke was given everything to him by a silver platter, me, I had to work for every single damn thing I had to ever get. Whether it be food, freaking friends, whether it be freaking trying to learn something, I had to work hard for it, Sakura. But Sasuke didn't have to do any of that because he was given to it as soon as his clan was gone. Now, don't get me wrong. Heck, sometimes I even wish I was in Sasuke's position. I'd rather have my entire family slaughtered because at least I would remember them. At least I have a small bit of memory of what my family was. Me, I have none of that shit, Sakura. I have none of it. All I have is freaking hatred. All I have is people looking down on me, laughing at me, ridiculing me. They don't give a damn, Sakura. They're ungrateful as bastards, and you're the same as them. And Naruto was now in complete rage. Naruto didn't know why, or how, or even what's happening. But finally, it seems like Naruto's dam was broken. There's only so much hatred someone can take. And Naruto was at the limit. And Sakura was just looking at Naruto. But... And then Naruto goes ahead and laughs. When now, Sakura? And also, when do you start caring, huh? You never give a damn about me. Oh, every single time I try to be your friend, you laughed at me. You go ahead, put me down, all for you to, what, so Sasuke can acknowledge your existence? Pathetic. Each time, you will make fun of me. Each time I try my best, you will laugh at my dream of becoming Hokage. You never believed in me in the first place, did you? Oh, no, you're just like everyone else, Sakura. You berate me, you laugh at me, you did everything. And to think I did all that just to save you from Shikaku. Huh. It really shows how much of a fool I really was. As Naruto goes ahead and turns away. Go home, Haruno. I'm done with you. I'm done with this village. I'm done. And I'm tired. Just leave me the fuck alone. As Naruto was now walking away, Sakura goes ahead and begins to tear up. As she runs over to Naruto, apologizing for everything. As she didn't mean it. As she actually asked Naruto to come back, that she'll be her friend. That she would actually go ahead and probably go on a date with Naruto if he wanted to. Pretty much trying to make Naruto stay. And Naruto gets sighs. You know what's funny? Sasuke was always right. All those times he always said this. You truly are annoying, Haruno. As if your heart always belonged to Sasuke. It never, ever, ever belonged to me. It didn't matter what I did, what I did. You always were Sasuke's, and you would never mind. So stop acting like you care and go back to that Uchiha. In fact, go back to that damn village, you would say. As he continues walking, Sakura will go ahead and shout, saying that she would scream, but this one suddenly she would go ahead and feel someone behind her, as this was a shadow clone. As Naruto then whispers in its ear, "You say anything, Haruno, and I'll make sure I'll come back, and I'll kill you." As Naruto goes ahead and chops Sakura on the neck, she'll go ahead and falls into unconsciousness as she whispers out the words, "Naruto." As with that, Sakura will go ahead and fall down to the ground. As Naruto seeing Sakura down, all he could do was shed one tear. That hurt Naruto. Even though, no matter what Sakura did, Naruto still had feelings for the girl. But right now, that was not important. No, it wasn't. It didn't matter what, or when, or how. All that mattered right now was the fact that Naruto was done. He was done with the village. He was done with Sakura. He was done with everything. As Naruto would glare down at Sakura, he'll go ahead and tell the clone to put her on the bench, which it would do so. As after that, the clone would then disperse, as Naruto would go ahead and walk over to the gate. Now with that, Naruto would see that both of the Chunins were pretty much asleep like they are, as they were terrible at guard duty. Pathetic, Naruto would say. As with that, he would then go ahead and see Itachi and Kisame, as this is where Itachi and Kisame would then speak up. "Are you ready, Naruto?" asked Itachi. At this, Naruto would nod. "Let's go." As with that, Naruto will go ahead and give one glance at Konoha as he then says, "Goodbye, Konoha. And also, screw you." As Naruto goes ahead and turns, saying its last words to Konoha as he then jumps off with Kisame and Itachi, leaving the Hidden Leaf Village. As this is where Naruto, unknowingly to Hidden Leaf Village, they had just released something that would cause something ginormous to happen in the future. But hey, this is where I'm gonna end the video. I know you're like, bro, why are you ending it? So this is gonna pretty much be like a what if experiment, really much. Like, tell me, type down the comments down below if y'all want to. Leave a like if you guys. Pretty much, I want you guys to like tell me if you guys want me to continue this, like make a movie of it, make a whole series. Tell me down in the comments down below. I will do it if you guys tell me to. But either way, it is Sage Samurai, and I'm out. Peace.